to present the Wanamaker Trophy to the player who beat the strongest field in golf to win the 100th PGA Championship, Brooks Koepka.
And we have him here with us right now, ladies and gentlemen. Back-to-back U.S. Opens. How many people have done that, Steve Cohen? 7? How many times has that happened? Seven different times this has happened. This is a young man I've been watching for a couple of years now. Never in my wildest imagination thought he'll be coming up to Sway in the morning. Yeah. And he came up to Sirius XM. He was happy to do all those other things, but he was excited to get in here. I heard he's going to spit bars.
Oh, what?
The one and only Brooks Koepka is here, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on?
So what's up with you, man? Look at this guy. I looked at him. I didn't know your skin was so beautiful.
You got a man crush, Sway? Flirting?
Wow. Flirting, the man is brown. Brooks is brown.
After a week in the Maldives, it's nice right now.
That's what's up, right? So how you been, man? So
I've been good.
Yeah.
We just got over a 3-week stint over there overseas in Abu Dhabi, Maldives, and then got back from Saudi yesterday. So I kind of don't know where I'm at right now.
You don't know where you are, right?
Yeah.
How was what was it like playing over there?
It was fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy going overseas, man. Traveling the world, it's always cool.
It's always cool. You guys don't have to really deal with the political issues that's around that area, though, right?
No, not really. Not
Yeah.
really. It's kind of nice. We get in our little bubble. You kind of play golf and just be done with it and get out. And, it's cool. We get to tour the cities and see all these different places.
Okay. Yeah. What's up, Heather?
I have a question about pressure, and we've never had the opportunity to talk to a professional golfer, but as a huge sports fan, I feel pressure for a basketball player when they're on that free throw line, and it's like, don't blow it. And I feel the
That's a
same
good way to
pressure.
put it.
Yeah, I feel the same pressure for golfers. It's like everybody's watching and just hope. How do you deal with nerves? Like, how do you block everything out? If you could share some little secret of that, because we all have our different pressures in our own way. But how do you particularly deal with that with the world watching?
So the way I always view it is if you start thinking about the results, that's when you get nervous. That's when pressure comes. So if you're not thinking about the result, and you're just in the moment and you're just having a good time doing what you do, then you'll be just fine. And it's when you start thinking of what's going to happen if I do this. There's consequences. I might be able to win. I might be able to do this. Instead, it's just a free throw. It's just hitting a golf shot. That's all you got to do. It's pretty simple. And you break it down just to, when you're a 7-year-old kid, you're doing what you love to do, and it's fine. There's no pressure.
No pressure. Do you? Because I always wonder. A lot of basketball players. You brought up basketball players. A lot of athletes. They do things to get in the mindset to play. Most of them listen to music. When do you listen to anything? Who do you listen to?
I was a big Wiz Khalifa, Lil Wayne fan.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Meek Mill.
Meek Mill.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Meek.
You smoke Meek Mill?
Yeah.
No. Are you in the cannabis culture? Do you smoke?
No.
Golfers don't smoke.
We tested.
Oh,
We're drug tested.
Okay.
We're drug tested.
You got drug tested.
Yeah, you got the Olympics. You got everything.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that little devious smile. Okay, so you Wiz Khalifa, Wayne, Meek Mill.
Yeah.
You're a lyric guy then. You like lyrics.
I do.
Yeah?
I do.
And so you grew up in hip hop.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, I enjoyed listening to it, man. It's funny enough, we would always jam out with my mom, me and my brother, always listening to music. Man, it's always refreshing. I feel like it's something that kind of gets you in your place. You get in your own world, driving in the car, man. I'm listening to y'all, doing whatever, jamming to music, and it's just something that puts you in your own place. Something, there's not much. You can never go to that peaceful place. And for me, you've got golf isn't peaceful. It's work.
Yeah.
But if I'm driving or doing anything, I'm listening to music, and that puts me in my happy place.
Wow. Okay, Brooks Koepka is here. I remember working in radio, and looking up to certain people that I considered to be iconic. There was a guy by the name of Rick Chase in the Bay Area, where I'm from. Renell Lewis from the Bay Area, from where I'm from. When I came to New York, we ended up being here at Sirius XM. I got to meet Howard Stern, and I'm on the same playing field with some of the icons that I grew up idolizing. And here you are, on the same courses with some of the most legendary names that's ever played the game. What is that like for you? Do they even talk to you guys initially, or you got to get initiated in? Does it change once you win a tournament?
Yeah, I'd say it definitely changes after you win. There's obviously the respect level of that. But when you're out there, you're first out there, you're like, oh, my God, it's Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
You know, Phil Mickelson, all these guys. And, you know, you kind of get starstruck, and you can't really do that. That's the problem. I remember my first time ever playing with Tiger Woods. It was in a major championship, and I'm playing the whole time. I'm looking at him, and I'm like, oh, my God, it's Tiger Woods. The first 9 holes, I'm like, man, I've played so bad because I'm just watching him the whole time. I did what I did when I was growing up. You watch him. So, you know, once you get over that initial fact of the awe factor and really get talking to him or get to know him a little bit better, it's nice. And you got these team events, you know, Ryder Cup, President's Cup, things like that. You get to know guys on a personal level, and it just makes it a lot easier.
Who are your friends out of the players? Like, who do you consider good friends?
For me, Dustin Johnson is probably my best friend. A bunch of guys, Steve Marino, guys like that, Mark Trinessa, they used to play on tour. They don't really play much anymore. You know, Steve's still grinding it out, but Mark's done. But, you know, we all live. I mean, there's so many golfers in South Florida, man. There's probably 40 of them that are probably within 30 minutes of each other. So, I mean, we're running into each other all the time, whether it be on the boat, just out having a good time.
You know, what makes you interesting to me is, you know, I don't know if they told you before you came in here, Brooks, I actually play.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right.
We've never heard this.
You never heard that I play golf. You never heard that I play golf.
Or saw any footage whatsoever.
Well, there's no footage
Yeah,
there.
picture it didn't happen. Picture it didn't happen.
No, listen, man. My last name is Calloway, bro.
Okay.
Sway Calloway. That's my last name. I've broke 100 before. I used to play in the Bay at the Presidio all the time. I play. You know, and so what I learned, but in golf, you're supposed to really master using your smaller like muscles, right? To master your swing. But you're a really muscular guy. How do you adapt, or does that not make a?
I don't consider myself very big, man. I was standing next to Giannis last night, and that was, man, I felt so tiny.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how tall he is, what, 6'10", 6'11", and I mean, he towered over me. I felt it was.
Yeah.
I've never felt like that in my life. Such a small human being, but I mean, I just consider myself a regular guy. I'm not that big.
You are regular, Brooks. I have to admit, man. Minus that bank account.
Brooks, to pedal backwards a bit, you know, you mentioned how you were looking up to Tiger Woods when you were younger. You know, when I was in middle school and high school, I never met a young guy that was into golf. It was always like basketball, baseball, football, and those were the teams in schools. Like, talk about how you sparked this interest.
Yeah, no, I was big. I played everything. I wasn't allowed to play football. I was too small. My parents never let me do it, so I was always baseball and basketball. And then I realized I wasn't fast enough or tall enough for basketball, so it got down to baseball and golf.
Got it.
It's pretty easy right there, you know, just math. But then, you know, once I figured out I was pretty good at it and took it seriously, I was like, all right, man, I got something. So I had to kind of pick between golf and baseball, and just went the golf route.
Did girls think that you were nerdy, or did they look at you like, okay, this is a jock, but he does golf?
I mean, I definitely wasn't nerdy.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say I was the complete
Talk your
jock
shit,
either.
Brooks. Talk your shit, Brooks. I don't know, Brooks.
That's Tracy. Get it together.
But yeah, no, I definitely wasn't a nerd. Definitely wasn't a jock. I was kind of, you know, football's big, man. Everybody wants somebody to play football. But yeah, I just kind of, I did my time in high school, and then I guess it's cool to be cooler later in life, I guess, right?
Yeah, it works out.
So,
Last longer.
Yeah. It's interesting because when you think of golf play, and golf has gotten a lot better when it comes to diversity and inclusion. Would you agree?
Yeah.
We're starting to see that increase, right?
Yeah,
Cohen,
absolutely.
would you agree?
Absolutely.
Am I talking out of turn?
No,
here?
you're not.
Okay, because I'm starting to see a lot of kids from different ethnic backgrounds now that are playing, and I'm sure all those restrictions on country clubs are starting to drop, you know, where they won't allow certain people to come in. But I never thought that golfers would have the kind of fanfare that they have, especially from women. So you might as well be a rapper with a hit record, right? You know what I mean? So how do you navigate through that? I mean, you're a young man, or, you know, how do you navigate through that?
it's fun.
That's real.
It's fun, yeah. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed my time out here. That's for sure.
My man, Brooks. So while you're here, let me gift you with this book by Devon Franklin. What men and women need to know the truth about men. You're gonna need that later in life. Trust me. That's from me to you. All right. Go ahead. Oh, Taylor, go ahead.
Yeah, I had a quick question for a mom that's listening right now, and she has a young son that's interested in golf. We've heard baseball players say that it's expensive. You know, they have these tournaments. Kids have to travel. There's camps and different things. Is it the same process to become a professional golfer? Is it an expensive hobby or field to play in for a young kid that may be interested at this point?
Yeah, I think that's part of the problem. I think, you know, it is so expensive to play. I mean, you look at getting a set, you're spending $1,000. I mean, when I was growing up, my family, I mean, we didn't have any money.
Right.
So I remember when I got a new set of clubs, it was like, you're going to have to last you a long time. So don't grow. Don't do anything. We have to change anything.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is expensive. It's unfortunate. And you try to do as much as you can. I mean, I'm always giving back to you know, in West Palm, where I started playing, giving back old sets of clubs, clothes, golf shoes, anything I can give to them, so these families can get their kids out and just enjoy the game. Get them out of the house, enjoy it, man. It's fun. That's where you meet most of your friends when you're a little kid. You're out playing all these different sports, and you're enjoying it. And, you know, that's my best friends to this day are guys I met when I was playing baseball and, you know, in golf. And I think that's important.
Do you respond to the DMs on your social media?
Oh, boy.
Like, how do you meet women, bro? Like, is that you ever do that?
I've got a girlfriend. Okay,
good.
I've got a girlfriend.
Good
But
for
funny
you.
story, yes, it did happen that way.
Through the DM.
Yeah. So, okay, you ready? You ready for a funny story?
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the past 2 years, ever since the first time we were at Erin Hills, the U.S. Open, the first one I ever won, every day going to the course, my coach thought it'd be funny if he played Yo Gotti's Down in the DM.
Down in the DM.
It goes down in the DM. It goes down.
So he played that song every time we're at a major championship. So if I'm at the golf course, you know the last song I ever listened to before I'm there is Down in the DM.
Down in the DM. And that's how you met your lady.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Did you hit her or she hit you?
No, she hit me.
She hit.
Boss babe.
Oh, man, Brooks,
See?
man.
Easy.
Okay, man. So, where you playing next?
I got to go to Mexico 2 weeks.
Mexico?
Yeah, Mexico.
Okay, say Mexico when you get down there. They'll appreciate that. Man, we wanted to do this thing every time we got a first-time guest. Where DB at? All right, we do this thing, and
Steve Cohen is going to have
Steve Cohen's going to have to
Senior
have.
VP of Sports.
Okay, and this is a little segment. DB, can you tell them what
Wait,
it's called?
Steve. Hold.
Hold on,
Jumping
Steve.
the gun, buddy.
I get nervous.
All right.
This is what we call Battle of the Best.
Okay, you're rich, you're famous, and you're probably pretty good at what you do.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
But we want to know who you would pick between the greatest matchups of all time. It's the Battle of the Best on Sway in the morning.
That boy is good.
Think about this, Steve Cohen. We a bunch of names that's in the bag. You got to pick two, and if it's an older golfer, we're talking about if they were in their prime. Okay, so who would win? All right, who'd you pick? Who's the first one you pick, bro?
Walter Hagen.
Okay.
Names right here on this Wanamaker trophy.
Yeah,
right
somewhere
there.
there.
Yeah, that's the championship trophy right there.
That's the Wanamaker trophy
Yeah,
right there.
right there.
Walter Hagen versus.
Okay.
Phil Mickelson.
Oh, that's good.
That is actually a good one.
Yeah.
I probably had to go Phil.
Phil, why?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, obviously I know Phil.
Okay.
He's a good dude. He's funny. You know, he's had an incredible career, and you know, other than a few hiccups, you know, the U.S. Open last year, but. Yeah, I gotta go Phil on this one. I think he'd be fun. You know, it's obviously different when you know somebody.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I'm gonna go with
We're
him.
going to go with Phil, okay?
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, round
okay. All
two.
right, round two. You got to. Oh, we're doing 3 rounds, baby.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Battle of the best.
Ben Hogan. Old school guys.
Yeah.
Arnold Palmer. Easy.
Okay, that's easy.
Yeah,
All right,
that's what
damn.
I'm
2
going
old
with.
school guys. Okay,
Yeah,
Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, he was a legend.
Yeah, self-explanatory.
Yeah.
All right, go do another one.
Better
man.
Last
drink
round.
named
Okay.
after him,
Okay.
too. You know what I'm saying?
I said, what?
Better drink named after him,
Okay,
too.
yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. It's a nice
True.
drink.
Bobby Jones.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Tiger Woods, really. Yeah.
Tiger Woods.
What do you think, dude? All right, do another one.
so easy.
Anybody you put Tiger against?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not even fair to put him in there.
Damn, Tiger Woods? Is he the greatest of all time? In
I
your
think so.
opinion?
Yeah, my
the
opinion,
greatest of
I
all
think
time.
so. Yeah, he's I mean, it's so impressive what he's done. I don't think anybody. Times are different. Times are always changing, and I think you look at his 80 wins and 14.
Yeah.
Major wins. I mean, that's so impressive, and to do it with the the guys he was doing it against, Ernie Els, Phil, VJ, all these guys. I mean, it's so impressive, and he's still playing today. I mean, you look at it, he's had a 20-some year career, and he still can play with the best. And that's pretty cool. I mean, in 20 years, I hope I'm doing the same thing.
It must be nice having him healthy, back on the tour, and you'll be going up against him in these championships this year.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good to have him back. It's good for everybody. It's good for the fans, good for us, good for the sponsors. It's good for everybody, man. It makes the game fun. That's why people are tuning in to watch. They want to see Tiger Woods. If I'm a fan, that's why I would watch. I wouldn't be tuning in to see me or anybody else. I'd be there to watch him.
Come on, man. With that tan you got, I'm tuning in to see you, bro. Man, I want to thank you for coming through. What kind of, do you do a lot of outreach to the youth? Are you doing charitable things too? With your platform?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's important to do. Anytime you can, help these young kids, anything you're doing, I think is good. About to start a foundation here in the next few months. And I'm always giving back. I think it's important everywhere we go, to reach some kids, whether it be in a different city, the city we're playing in, but especially in my hometown. I think that's important too, because I remember being those kids when I was growing up and, not having much money or not being able to do things because my family couldn't afford it. And I think that's important when you get these kids or kids with disabilities. That's where my heart lies. And so anytime you can reach out to them and make them feel special and look at the smile on their face, man, there's no better feeling.
Yeah, that's priceless, right?
Yeah, it is.
Brooks Koepka is here, 888-742-3345. Cisco is on the line from Texas. What up, Cisco?
Cisco!
What's going on, Sway? What's going on, Brooks? How are you?
What's up?
Hey, man. So I've always wanted to ask a professional athlete this, not necessarily
You don't want to ask
any
me?
specific genre. Well, your last name is Calloway, Sway. I know you out there playing, so.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Go
that's
ahead.
Swing your club.
Had to give him the screw face.
Okay.
At what point when you were coming up, just grinding as a kid and teenager, did you know that this is it? This is what I know I can do this and elevate my game from just doing this, with my friends to doing this on a professional tour or a professional level.
Yeah, I remember when I was 15, maybe 14. It was actually a funny story. My dad, my stepmom, they're driving the car. I'm in the back seat, and I made the high school golf team. So we're on the way, and they didn't know. They picked me up from the practice or tryouts, and they picked me up, and hey, I made the team or whatever. And so we're on the way, and I told my dad, I was like, I don't think I'm going to go to college. I'm just going to skip it, and I'm just going to go straight to the pros. I'm that good. And he about crashed the car. He stopped the car, pulled it over, and told me I was going to college. I needed to figure it out, but then I could go to the tour. So I think it was about that point I was like, man, I can actually do this. I can really play. I always knew I was talented, but then, in whatever grade you're in, 7th grade when I made the team, all right, maybe that was kind of my aha moment for me. And, it took me along the rest of the way. But it's funny because I wasn't even recruited coming into college. I had like 2 college offers.
So did you change coaches? Like what made your ability improve so rapidly?
Not being the best.
Not being the best.
Yeah, I think we always talk about I've got like a little chip on my shoulder. I think it rubs some people the wrong way, but not being recruited. Okay, well when I was in college, I was ready to prove everybody. I couldn't wait to tell them, hey, this is you didn't recruit me, so there you go. I'll show you. And then when you get out, not being the big name, not getting the recognition, not being able to get into tournaments. Okay, well, watch me. I'm going to find my own way in. And then when you do it, hey, I've arrived.
Yo, that's just like, man, I like this. Get this man a round of applause. Remind me of the spirit of the Golden State Warriors. Because you had a lot of mediocre guys that came together and made super extraordinary energy together, and now they're champions.
Kevin Durant was mediocre?
No, Kevin wasn't there when Mark Jackson put together the team.
Oh, okay.
Kevin decided he wanted
to hop on later.
He wanted to hop on, but
okay.
Now, there's nothing wrong with that. He got him, 2 rings.
We'll see what happens in the next year, though.
Okay, you sound like a hater, Brooks.
I'm a Lakers
You're
guy.
a Laker guy? Okay, but we can do this, baby. I'm from Oakland, man. What do you want to do? Stephen has a great golf game, I'm hearing. Justin Timberlake has a great golf game. What celebrities have you played with, and who's actually good?
There's a lot of them that are good, man.
Yeah.
I've actually never played with Justin or Steph. I mean, I've watched them. I played the Pebble Beach Pro-Am where they've been out there. I played with Larry Fitzgerald quite a bit, you know, when we're home.
Does Charles Barkley really suck? Because they always just show these commercials and Charles Barkley is horrible.
Yeah, it's bad.
He's bad.
I've seen some videos. It's not very good.
Not pretty good.
Yeah. Pray for him. He's
pray for him.
It's not good.
Charles, we're gonna pray for you, Charles.
Yeah.
Pray for Charles Barkley. Hey, man, promise me when you come back to New York, you stop by the show.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I will.
Okay, Brooks Koepka, man, you officially a citizen, man.
Yes.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Absolutely, man. This beautiful trophy, your name is amongst the greats. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely. We want to thank our other guests for coming by, Devon Franklin. Tomorrow's show, who we got, OQ? Do you know who we got?
We got Maury Povich stopping by.
Okay, great. Nice. That should be fun. All right, how can they reach you, bro?
Hey, you can check me out on Instagram, OQ Shoots.
DJ Wonder.
At DJ Wonder everywhere.
Yeah, DM them at OQ Shoot. You might find your next girlfriend. All right, DB?
Everywhere, it's really DB.
I'm at the happy hour, WHB.
At It's Tracy G, ITSTRACYG.
Our senior VP of sports here, the magnificent Steve Cohen.
At Cohen NFL on Twitter.
Brooks, how can they hit you?
At BKepka, BKOEPKA.
Does she ask to see your DMs?
Do what?
Does your lady ask to see your girlfriend ask to see your DMs?
No.
She will now.
I was going to say, now that you said that, I'm sure.
Oh, man, I appreciate having you on. Continued success. I love watching you.
Yeah,
all right,
you.
And now that I know you, man, it's even more fun to watch you play, man.
Sure.
I'm your friend. I'm at Real Sway across the board. You can find all of these interviews we do on Sway'sUniverse.com and also on our YouTube channel. If you want to hear it back, you can.
SiriusXM.com/on-demand.
We are now officially over 100 million listeners strong here at SiriusXM.
Amazing.
I think it's like 110 or something like that. Our new team, our new family, Pandora. We had a chance to talk with you yesterday. Jim Meyer, myself went, and Jim Meyer did a town hall, and I was able to say a few words and understand that everybody at Pandora, they got some wonderful people on their staff. Very eager to expand, very eager to put out this culture, very eager to push integrity in it all. So we're looking forward to what's to come. So thank you and welcome to the family Pandora.
Yes.
All right, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we have nothing left to say. I'm dedicating this to Brooks Koepka.
I seen your girl post a BM, so I